That's what you're gonna do. You look like Mr. You remember Mr. What was that show?
Call me Mr.
Mr. Bernie. Mr. Bernie. Weekend at Bernie's.
There you go. It's okay. Let's walk together. Okay? You all right? I'll take care of you.
That's
Call me Mr. A. Thank ya. It's another Ali day.
Super Bowl Sunday edition. I don't know who this man is today, but it's interesting being married to a character.
I don't know about y'all. A lot of people out there acting like Superman on Super Bowl Sunday, but you're really Clark Kent. Sips tea.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I just needed a reason to sip tea. That was it.
Well, we're going to sip some tea all right today. Okay? His and hers. We are sipping some tea on the to the. What?
I don't understand why you slurp. Because
my mom used to beat me when I did it too. She beat me.
So the fact that you still do that, that's weird. Because normally all the stuff that she beat you about, you don't do.
Right.
That is so weird. Yeah, today.
She used to call me soup lip. She did. Well, we're really sipping tea because Sharif is sick, and so I'm just drinking tea with him because I'm just like that type of wife. I'm just like, you're drinking tea, so let's drink tea.
Today's a spicy one today.
Today's a spicy one today. Crazy.
We got some questions to ask one another.
Oh, you are so sweet for doing this with a sore throat. You sound like a sore throat person.
Thank you, baby.
Oh well, hold on. You got the kisses all over your face.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you: have you ever cheated on me?
Oh, I didn't know. I thought you were gonna ask them. I didn't know you were gonna ask me. Oh, stop. You already know the answer to this question.
What is it?
Yes. Yes, I have. Not in marriage, but I have.
You want to ask me?
I already know the answer.
Go ahead. Ask me so they'll know.
Have you ever cheated on me, Sharif?
No. That's a lie. Yes, I have.
Yes,
I have
he
cheated.
has.
I have cheated on you. I have.
I guess I'm not every woman.
This was in our courting phase. Would it be considered a courting date?
No, we were full-fledged boyfriend and girlfriend when your
boy
cheated.
We were full-fledged boyfriend girlfriend. Yes. So, all right, I'm just getting into it. The reason why I cheated on Felicia.
Can we talk about how you cheated on Felicia before we talk about the reason? Can we talk about Felicia walking in the house and catching you cheating?
We're not gonna go into that because people know this story.
Okay. Why did you cheat on me, Sharif? Why? Why did he cheat on me? I do everything for him. Back then we wasn't having sex, but I was doing everything else.
Well, reason I cheated was because, two reasons. The first reason was because I felt like I wasn't getting enough praise from you, from Felicia. And then the second reason was, I think, out of spite or revenge. That's why.
Oh, whoa.
And that's so hard. That's so hard to say. But when you walk in your truth, man, it's like, it's freeing. So, yeah. It was out of revenge and out of not getting enough praise, in my opinion. And what's the reason why you cheated on me?
Wait a minute. We can't just go into that. I need to know, like, what do you mean not getting enough praise? Like, what is that?
All right. So, yeah, I was fresh into, I think, stepping into my manhood. I was just fresh out my mom's house. And I wasn't getting praise from Felicia where I thought that it was supposed to be, like, every day, oh, my God. I just love so much that you're just stepping out into it as a man. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're making moves. But I was hearing it from this other female. So I took the opportunity to cheat.
Well, what is cheat?
It wasn't, okay, so it wasn't sex.
It wasn't physical intimacy.
Right.
It was intimate.
It wasn't physical intimacy. Oh, but it was intimacy. But anyway, yeah, that's how that started. Babe says that I am a text cheater.
Yes, he is.
Why do you call me a text cheater?
Because, like, you don't have SC with other women that I know of, but you will text someone
that I know of. That is great.
inappropriateness, and you don't think it's inappropriate.
Right.
But how was Eve deceived in the garden?
Right. Talking to the snake. I would be the snake in this situation. I guess I wouldn't be Eve. The Eves would be those poor ladies out there who are just under my spell while I'm texting away, looking and soaking up every letter and every emoji. Like that man, that man, that man. So that's how that happened with me. And how about you? What was your reason for cheating on me?
2 reasons also.
You have 2 as well?
I do. Number 1, I wasn't done with a relationship. I wasn't like, I think that it takes a minute to end a relationship. I don't think that people should jump in one relationship fresh out of another relationship. And so you need to totally close that chapter, which is something I didn't do. So I was like dragging residual feelings along, and that wasn't cool. And then the second part was Sharif wasn't available.
I wasn't available.
No.
Well, like I was an absent boyfriend? What do you mean I wasn't available?
No, like your schedule, it didn't allow you to be, available to me.
He's being so nice. I'm gonna tell you how it was, y'all. I was a 21-year-old living in my mom's house with a curfew. Okay, my mom was crazy. I mean, to the point that anytime I was with Felicia, my mother was to call. I would say, yeah, I'm out just having lunch with Felicia. Oh, really? I mean, it would just be like that. And I would be so uncomfortable.
Sneaking.
And at times it's like I had to sneak girls over. Even before Felicia, I would sneak girls over because it was like my mother would not allow me to be an adult. I didn't want to have sex with the females. I just wanted to have female company over.
Right.
I mean,
but I had my own house. He couldn't even come over my house.
And that's the big part. Felicia had her own apartment. She was, doing a dang thing. And so.
And Sharif couldn't stay over my house past 9 p.m.
Yo, and if I did, 9 p.m. is a little exaggerated, but really,
it was 10.
Sort of. It was like 10. If it got past 10, even if I came home at like 11, 12 o'clock, my mother would be like, "You don't come home at this time." And so really I'm thinking, well, that's my mother's rules. As much as I hated it, you have 2 options. You need to stay here and deal with it, or you can get out of your mom's house and follow your own rules. Eventually, that's what I started doing, but it took 2 years to get to that point.
Yeah.
But, okay. So, let's just run the list back.
Okay.
All right? So, 4 reasons between us, not saying this for y'all, but 4 reasons for our cheating is being unavailable.
Well, we should start with you because.
Okay, all right. So let's start with me. Revenge, lack of appreciation or praise, unavailability, and carrying residual feelings from your previous relationship.
Right. Those are our reasons. I don't know what you guys' reasons are.
Right.
But we decided that we needed to talk about this.
Yeah.
And we debated back and forth, because it's not present in our marriage, but it was present in our relationship. And I know we talk about a lot of live issues, but we haven't really touched on this one.
Yeah, we haven't. Yeah.
So, no relationship is perfect. That's the point in this. And if you're walking around with these rose-colored glasses on, and you're thinking that, your relationship is doomed because someone made a mistake, then, you're wrong. And you can't live your life like that. It's immature. Guys, I'm really trying here to learn to choose my words carefully. But really what I want to say is you're childish. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's not what he would say. But that's what I would say.
No, I would say it's an immature way of thinking.
See? It's an immature way of thinking.
No,
You're childish. You're petty. So like you don't don't give up. Don't give up on, your marriage especially. Or, your relationship at that point. We were just boyfriend and girlfriend. Right. Because, if it's consistent, that's another video.
Yeah. Yeah. One recipe I think that you have to have in your relationship is, long suffering. It's true. Now,
Jesus,
you can
won't he do it?
You can as the days go by, weeks go by, months go by, as the years go by, you can see if there's certain behaviors that your partner has that brings you massive pain.
Massive pain?
Massive pain. For some people...
It brought you massive pain?
Yeah, for some people, there's those deal breakers. They say the deal breakers.
Don't rape or kill one of my kids.
Right. For us, it's like, don't rape or kill one of my kids, And, so... If somebody brings you massive pain consistently,
massive pain is so dramatic. It's making you're painting me out here.
But that's not how I didn't feel massive pain.
That's
from
what
doing that.
That's what you would think.
And this is why. Because although Felicia did what she did.
How did I get caught?
How did you get caught?
How did we catch one another cheating? How did you know? How do you know when someone's cheating on you?
Patterns.
They stalk you. They go to your friend's house and sit outside.
Well, yeah.
They follow you in the car and sit outside.
Yeah, that's true. But I don't even look at it that way. I don't look at it as stalking. Like, I joke about it, but what I look at it as is paying attention and getting information. That's what I look at it as. And at the end of the day, I think as a spouse, you have to do that. And although this was not my spouse, this was somebody who I was invested in. And I said, before I let you come out publicly as like I'm endorsing you as the woman in my life, I need to make sure that I have all I's dotted and all T's crossed, which means that I have to get information that you're letting me know and not letting me know. And so I did that. And so when she was in her ambiguous phase, right? Like, I don't know what I want. It made sense to me because I found out her patterns, and I also was paying attention to her to know this could possibly happen. And the same thing for me. When I cheated then on her, we had the conversation, and I think it would have been totally different had she been like, why did you cheat on me? And I would have been like, I'm just tired of this relationship. I mean, I felt like doing it, right? It would have been like, wait, what's going on? That wouldn't have matched. But when I told her, I just didn't feel like you was giving me enough praise. I mean, I
asked why.
Yeah, she asked why. When you ask why and then you get the answer as to why, if you pay attention to your partner, and then it makes sense to you. And so that's what I'm talking about. That wasn't a deal breaker for us because I understand her actions, why she did what she did, as well as she understands what I did.
Yeah, like I'm not the type of woman who's like, you cheated on me. When did you cheat on me? Oh my God, you're talking. I was like, we need to talk.
Right.
Like, this is a serious moment. And the first day he wasn't open to talking, but the next day he was a little more open.
May I add to this too?
Oh,
I apologize. Now, one thing that I want to go back to, because I talked about like the deal breakers and I talked about the massive pains what I use, but my example, what I'm trying to say is this: had I cheated on Felicia that one time, and then we went through what we went through, and then we got down to the solution, and then she was giving me praise like she was doing. I mean, she was focusing in on things. She was paying attention to stuff that I wasn't even paying attention to and honoring me for it. And then I cheated again. Something don't add up. Now, that's not a let it be 3 strikes you're out.
No.
Because I'm giving you praise.
Yes.
And also I don't have any residual feelings that are being carried over from any relationship or anything. So what's going on? Now I'm starting to think it's not my behavior, more so it's me, it's my character, it's my personality, it's me as a person, as a being that you don't agree with. That's when I think you guys need to have a conversation, before marriage. Now in marriage, that's a bit different. That's a big difference. That's going to be another video that we're going to do for you guys. But yeah, I wanted to clarify that is why I would say I think that people are immature or have an immature way of thinking when you're like, you see these stats out there, if a man cheats on you, he doesn't love you. I
definitely don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. That's not true.
Yes, I loved you very much.
Yeah.
And when I was in my dalliance.
Right.
But like I said before, I just hadn't closed a chapter to my life that needed to be obviously closed.
Right.
And it was so hard because you were not available.
Right.
You know what I mean? Not only were you in your situation at home, but then you had all these external obligations to the church. And he had the duty phone. That's the on-call phone for the church. He'd be called at any given moment and needed to leave and go pray for people and things like that. You were just not available to me. And at that time, God bless you. At that time, our relationship hadn't been solidified, and I didn't feel secure with his absence. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't know if you really couldn't hang out with me or you really didn't want to hang out with me.
And I think another thing too that I will add to you is that even though privately, when we did get those moments that we were together, and for real, they just felt like moments because like the day just goes by so fast. I would give you pleasure. I mean, I would give you love and affection, but then publicly,
oh my God, don't get me started.
it was
on
a
the
little
publicly.
different. So I think I would
was a
add that to
secret.
your list too. Yeah, and
He will walk right past me.
I used the word "let's be discreet," but it was really
let me hide you, boo.
yeah, because I still wanted to portray myself as the bachelor.
As a single man.
Yeah.
Because you wanted to what?
Right.
What did you want to do, Elder?
I didn't want to seem like I was tied down. Really, I wanted to be a fantasy to other women who I was interested in.
Paint that picture, preacher.
It's true.
It is, and I appreciate your honesty.
Yes, babe.
Go ahead.
Yes, yeah. I wanted to be that fantasy to other women, and again, not to be on any whoremonger stuff. Like I didn't want to sow my royal oats all over the town, but I did want to be that guy who could go to sleep at night knowing that other women were dreaming about me.
Amen. Thank you, Lord. Thank you
You know?
for your honesty.
Now, I didn't step all the way into that because, I had, at that point, there were some confidence issues that I was experiencing. So but thank God for that. That was my Achilles heel, my confidence. Because had I been extremely confident at that point in myself, I don't know. You would have had a monster, I think.
Yeah.
God knew what he was doing. He knew what he needed to humble me at all times. And so I appreciate that lesson. But I just wanted to add that to your list.
So what stopped me was... what stopped me? Oh my God. You were like Stalker 101. And then when I finally was like, all right, I give up. This game isn't worth it. And he got his own place and we were like a couple. That's when, the revenge happened or whatever. And I think that once we sat down and really talked about why both situations happened, I think that that's where we found our peace. And I think that that's how we grew. Like we cooped ourselves up in the house for like 2 weeks. I was in college at the time and I remember like missing school and doing my work from online, and I'm like telling my professors like, this is gonna be my husband, I just know it, and we really need to fix this, and we needed that time, and you like called off from work. It was crazy, but we were invested and we really wanted to make it work with one another. And so we had the conversation about what I did and why I did it, and we had the conversation about what you did and why you did it, and we obviously promised not to do it again, and I think it healed us.
It did.
More than anything, it healed us. And even now, and I think that this is another thing that's really, really important. Allow your partner the room to feel their feelings. You need that closure. You need the ability or the right, so to speak, to say to your partner, I'm really pissed off about this. And, from time to time, it really still kind of upsets me. And it makes me feel, insecure. And I'll check in and say, hey, Sharif, am I doing better at, accommodating you? And I even said it in my wedding vows. I will follow you around stroking your ego if that's what it takes. And I meant that and I committed to that. And I didn't learn that until that episode. So kind of I'm thankful that he had, the dalliance, because it gave me insight that I think I needed before marriage. I'm not saying I want you to do it again for a realization. And, certainly I wouldn't want to do it either. But
if you want me to. I just,
for the
realization,
go ahead.
I'll just help you out.
Oh, for sure. If you feel comfortable sticking your Johnson in another place, by all means, have at it. I'm not going to go anywhere. But if you bring any babies home, I'm going to treat them like little bastards. And,
help me.
Yeah, you'll have to definitely sneak to see those kids. But I'll still be with you, but they won't be welcome in my house. But yeah, so I think that it's important to give your partner the time to grieve, because a part of your relationship does die, that innocence. I looked at you like baby Jesus.
Yes, and that's what I was going to say. I think that was a turning point for you too. That, how with God, we make these mistakes or we do these things that we know doesn't please him, but he's always still there to love us. When I finally got to my point, and it was like, I'm not only going to do this to you, I'm not even going to cheat on you, but I'm also going to leave you. It was like, wait, hold on.
Oh yes.
Hold on. Excuse me, the camera turned off. I think that she was thinking about it this way. I hurt you so bad that you lowered yourself to even hurt me.
Because I really just put you up too high on a
Yeah,
pedestal.
you did put me up too high.
I really do.
You really did. But I appreciate that.
I bet you do.
I appreciate that.
That's another video. That's next
And
week's video.
I used to take that for granted, but I don't any longer. And yeah, we're gonna do that for the next video because I have something to say about that.
So the next video, just so you guys are looking for it. We talked last night about the fact that people often get what they think they deserve in relationships, and so that piggybacks off of, sometimes I think that you don't appreciate me. Yeah, so we're not gonna give too much away.
Right.
But if you are one of those people looking at your relationship and going, how did I end up with your crazy butt, or how did I end up with such a wonderful person, it's really a reflection of the inner you.
Right.
So if you guys I'd love to hear what you guys think about cheating.
We would love to, yes.
Yeah, I would love to know whether or not you would take the person back or not. If you live by the society's standards of ending it now because a relationship had a little glitch. There is no relationship in this world that is blemish free. When you're looking on Facebook and Snapchat and YouTube and Twitter, and Instagram, know that those pictures are really pretty, but there's a story behind each and every person and each and every relationship.
And I would like for anybody who, I know that sometimes it's difficult for us to be transparent or vulnerable, if you will, online, because you think I'm setting myself up for people to attack me or what have you. But for those brave souls or those ones who are wanting to do what we're doing, just to reach out to people and let them know that, hey, we've been in this situation too.
But it's okay.
However, it's okay. Please share your story down below in the comments. We read them. We would really appreciate that, so it could bless and help other people who are reading but just not comfortable enough to share that they have the same type of experience.
And talk to one another too.
Please.
Read the other comments and see what other people are saying and have a dialogue. I mean, you never know who can help who and how. But if you're one of those people that you're like serially cheated on, go on over to my page, SCXALI-G.
Yes.
Maybe, just maybe, you need to enhance or encourage newness in your relationship. Or you can head on over to my husband's page.
Mr. Aim, or you can type in www.youtube.com/Sharif, Mr. Aim for I Am Ali. And for that, for the ladies and for the gents, we have some strategies and techniques over there that will help you out in your relationship if you are experiencing this type of situation, amongst other struggles in your relationship.
So if you were cheated on, comment below. If you've been the cheater, comment below.
Yes.
If you think that we're crazy, ludicrous, insane for sticking it out, please do comment below.
Comment below.
I don't get offended by you guys' comments. I laugh when I think it's funny, and I comment back when I don't. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time. Peace.
When something seems bad,
turn it around
and make something good. Blessings.
Peace.